Hi, and welcome today to the Tassajara Valley. I'm Erica Westhoff, and we are going to tour around the Tassajara Valley and just look at some of the different types of properties that are here, highlight a few of the different training businesses, and give you a little history lesson as well. So if you're interested in learning more about the Tassajara Valley, the types of properties that are out here, what's on the market, please feel free to reach out to me, Erica at elationre.com, or you can always call me directly, 510-331-0327, and we can chat. But for now, let's go for a ride. Okay, so here we are at 7890 Camino Tassajara. And this place is interesting. It just sold. Just last week it closed. And in November, early November, it went on the market and lasted 3 days. This is a 5-acre property. I believe the Tassajara Creek runs just behind it. And this is not necessarily a horse training facility. This is more of a horse care facility. It's currently known as Owl's Crossing Ranch. And I believe they do some retirees and things like that. I don't see any horses out at the moment, but you can see lots of pastures. There's a small barn back there. But plenty of room for personal horses, and a really nice home that's been updated. So just to give you an idea, 7890 Camino Tassajara, Owl's Crossing Ranch, just gives you a good idea of some of the smaller horse properties that are out here. Very comfortable. It's a flat parcel here, and room to kind of make it whatever you want for you and your personal horses. And boy, do they go fast. Like I said, 3 days on the market, and it sold just above asking. All right, so here we have 7,000 Camino Tassajara, which is quite a large chunk of property, 188 acres total here. And just a real cute small house, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just 1,200 square feet. You can see there's an old riding arena here. But lots to work with here. We've got some hills, some flat land up front. This parcel's been on the market for quite a while, and there's some good info online here if you want to learn more. But if you want a nice big chunk of the Tassajara Valley, about $6 million bucks, and you'll have it. All right, so next up here, we're gonna cruise for just a little bit. We're gonna pass a couple of the big training facilities here on Camino Tassajara. And we're gonna make our way down to Old School and Finley Road. I wanna show you a couple really cool properties down that way. Now just a little bit of history here. As you can see this orchard off to the right. This is what most of this valley and the San Ramon Valley looked like back in the late 70s and early 80s. It was all orchards, nuts, fruit, all that you can imagine. This is what it looked like. And this brings us right up here to La Jolla, which is both hunter jumper and a dressage training facility. And right next door is Iron Horse, which is a real state-of-the-art training facility for hunter jumper riders. So a couple real good training facilities. There are many in this valley. Those are right here on the main road. Okay, so we just made a right turn off of Camino Tassajara onto Finley Road, and I'm really excited to bring you down here because this is really one of my favorite places. I don't live too far from here. Sometimes I'll ride my bike down here just because it's so beautiful, and it really lets you dream about living on some of these properties. So I want to show you just a few of my favorite, and we will be there shortly. There's a cute face to look at. Somebody's there smiling at us. Curious about what we're doing. What's up, buddy? All right, so we're here at the old schoolhouse, and I thought it'd be fun to just share a few facts because this is such an important landmark when we're touring and getting to know this valley, the Tassajara Valley. So this schoolhouse was built originally in 1889. It was built for the children of the settlers that were here. And most of these settlers arrived here after the gold rush. So they came, to California for the gold rush and settled. So the timing makes sense, 1889, when they built the schoolhouse. This whole area is part of the Alameda Creek watershed. So the Tassajara Creek, all the running water that comes through here is all part of that watershed system. As we talked about a few minutes ago, the orchards in this area, hay, grains, nuts, fruits, all of that were grown here, but also horses which are so prominent in this valley today. Even back in the 1800s were a big part of this valley. In fact, Tassajara Valley was actually quite well known for their purebred Clydesdales and draft horses that were here. They were known for their good breeding practices, so even more so than the cattle. So horses have a long history, even though today there are so many competition horses and horse training businesses and people with their own personal horses in this valley. High quality horses have a long history in this valley. And with that, I want to take you down to the end of the road and show you a property that recently sold right at the end of the road here. So let's get down there and then we'll chat about it. So just wanted to share a little bit of the drive here with you. Again, this is one of my favorite places to come for a bike ride or a drive. There are some cute little goats up on the hill, beautiful little wooden barn over here. You've got hilly land on one side, you've got flat land on the other. There's just a bit of everything in this valley and specifically on this road. And it's amazing when you get off of Camino Tassajara, how many fingers and roads and properties there are as you get off the main road. So I just wanted to give you a sense of that coming down here, and then we'll chat about one of the properties. Okay, so the white building you see here, this is the indoor arena. Unfortunately, we can't go on the property. It's private property. So we're going to hang out here. That red building you see right there, that is the barn. This property can house 65 horses. I believe they have 65 stalls. There is a modular home on the property. There's also, it's hard to see from here, you might see it as we pull out, but there's a half-mile gallop track. I believe back in the 80s, this property was developed for thoroughbred breeding and developing young thoroughbreds. So they've got a gallop track up there, which is very handy for even our show jumpers to stay really fit. So it's a nice property. and room for, I believe there's at least 2 hunter jumper businesses on this property right now. But great location, very private back here. Beautiful to look at in the trees. You've got your oak trees and your hills, but it is mostly a flat property. Get up there and gallop your horses. Okay, so prepare yourself now. We are headed to one of my very favorite properties out here. It is a beautiful fairy tale like home, and it has its own barn and arena. It is not a training facility, it's a personal space for your own personal horses, and I can't wait to show it to you. All right, so here we go. So this property, sorry about that sun there, this is all part of the property. So this is about a 26-acre property. This here is the barn. You can see there's 2 stalls and paddocks. There's a nice big kind of turnout / small pasture here. A couple horses filling it up, and up here, I'm gonna pull over up here so hopefully we can see it a little bit. So if you can see, this is really hard to see, but there is a riding arena just up the hill there. That there's an oak tree just kind of part of the arena there, and here is the lovely barn, and this barn is just so stunning. It is I'm not sure if it's an older barn that's been restored or if it was built to look old, but I will definitely take the time and show you the interior photos on realtor.com. But you can see there are some working stalls below, and the top of the barn is a very cool entertaining space, kind of man cave lounge. Very cool spot, and they've got some nice lights out here. I bet this place just is awesome at night. So Cricket Hill Barn is the name of it, and I love that they've kept all the big oak trees intact. You can see this one right up front here. And what's neat, so you've got these hills where you could have some cattle or some horses up there, and then we've got this pathway that you could on your ATV or just take a nice walk. And what a nice way to connect your barn and your home, but we're all on the property here. Grow your own wine here, which is fun. And again, this home I describe as a fairy tale. It is just one of the most stunning properties. And again, I'll take time to show you the interior. Just beautiful job these people have done. It looks like this front area here, maybe it once was a riding arena. It looks suspiciously like a riding arena, but now it's got some lawn and dirt. It's been landscaped. But beautiful home, another little pasture and well out back, and I'll show you the back of the home too. It is a perfect entertaining space. Lots of room for friends and family in back. Room for your dogs, room for your horses. You can have it all here. And with all these mature trees, it just is, I loved to come visit out here and just imagine life. And you can see it sort of backs up, maybe hard to see with this video, but it backs up into a canyon in the property. The parcel kind of goes straight back into that canyon, and then of course down towards the barn. But really a neat place. Has been well cared for. It just, by the way, this property just turned hands over in May of 2019. It sold for about 4.5 million. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed your tour today. These are just a few of my very favorite places here in the Tassajara Valley, and we're going to spend a whole lot more time here showing you different properties, giving you a feel of all the diverse types of properties that are here. Again, from your big state-of-the-art training facilities down to your own private little slice of heaven. We've got it all. We've got the hiking, the recreation, we've got shopping, movies, everything you need just a few quick minutes away. If you love horses and all kinds of four-legged critters and need more room for them, this is a wonderful place to be. So I hope you enjoyed it. Come back, meet me back here again, and we'll take another look at the valley and other horse communities here in the East Bay. All right, have an awesome day.